few days after her grandmother's funeral, Emily inherited several boxes filled with old family photographs. There were thousands of them. Birthdays, vacations, weddings, funerals, family reunions. Entire generations captured and forgotten inside fading photographs. One evening, while sorting them by decade, Emily noticed something she couldn't explain. In a photograph from 1954, standing behind her great-grandparents, was a man she had never seen before. He wasn't part of the family. He wasn't posing for the camera. He was simply there. At first, she assumed he was a distant relative. She set the photo aside and kept going. But a few minutes later, she found him again. Different photograph, different year. Same smile, same posture, same clothes. The more photos she checked, the more often he appeared. Different families, different houses, different decades. But the man never changed. And by the end of the night, Emily realized she wasn't looking through old family photos anymore. She was looking for him. Emily spent the entire night going through the photographs. Then the next night, and the night after that. The more she searched, the worse it became. The man was everywhere. Yet somehow, he never changed. He never looked older. He never looked younger. He was always somewhere in the background. Never too close, never too far away. As if he belonged in every moment he appeared in. And that was the part Emily couldn't explain. Hoping someone else would recognize him, Emily began sending scans to relatives. Most of them were confused. Some thought he might have been a family friend. Then she spoke to her oldest living uncle. The moment he saw the photograph, his expression changed. He studied it in complete silence, as if he no longer wanted to know what was on the other side. Among the photographs, Emily found something she hadn't noticed before. An old camcorder tape. The label read, "Family Reunion, Summer, 1989. After digitizing the footage, everything looked completely normal. Children were running through the yard. Relatives laughed, talked, and ate together. Then she saw him, standing near the fence, completely still. Everyone else moved. He didn't. He simply stared into the camera. And then, for the first time, he moved closer. Emily replayed the footage frame by frame. The cameraman walked all around the yard. The angle changed over and over again. The man never looked at the cameraman. He looked directly into the lens. Emily searched through the albums again. Hidden between the pages, she found a folded note written by her grandmother in 1997. "He appears when someone starts noticing. Do not look for him. Do not count how many times he appears. If you find him in a photograph you took yourself, leave." By now, Emily had stopped trying to explain what she was seeing. She wasn't sorting family photographs anymore. She was searching for one person. Every free moment became part of the investigation. She went through every photo she'd ever taken. Pictures on her phone, old digital cameras, photo albums, thousands of images. One by one, she checked every face, every reflection, every background, every corner of every photograph. Days turned into weeks, and every search ended the same way. Nothing. For a brief moment, she convinced herself it was over. Maybe whatever had been following her family's photographs had never entered her own life. Maybe her grandmother's warning had come too late to matter. Then one evening, she picked up a disposable camera that had been used during her grandmother's funeral. She had almost forgotten about it. After developing the film, she spread the photographs across her table. The first few looked exactly as she remembered. Family members standing together, flowers surrounding the grave, people comforting one another. Nothing seemed out of place. Then she reached the final photograph. The picture showed Emily standing beside her grandmother's grave. She remembered that moment perfectly. She was completely alone. There was no one standing behind her, but the photograph told a different story. Behind her stood the smiling man, closer than he had ever been before. Emily couldn't remember anyone taking that picture. She couldn't remember anyone standing near her, but the photograph was real. The film had just been developed. There was no digital editing, no mistake, no explanation. Believing someone else had to see it, Emily uploaded the photograph to a private online forum dedicated to unexplained photography. She included the older family pictures, the camcorder footage, and her grandmother's handwritten note. Then, she disappeared. At first, nobody thought much of it, but hours became days. Messages went unanswered. Phone calls went straight to voicemail. No one heard from her again. Concern eventually turned into a welfare check. When police entered Emily's apartment, they found everything exactly where she had left it. Everything connected to the investigation was still there. Everything except Emily. While documenting the evidence, investigators laid every recovered photograph across a long table. For the first time, they viewed them in perfect chronological order, beginning in the 1950s, ending with the funeral photograph. That's when someone noticed something no one else had seen before. In the earliest photographs, the smiling man was barely visible, but as the years went on, he appeared a little closer, then closer again. Photograph after photograph. He had been moving toward them the entire time. The funeral photograph wasn't the first time he had stood beside someone. It was simply the first time he had finally reached them.